Hello, welcome to Listcast, where the best things in the world come to be judged. On this episode, the best movie battle scenes of all time, with special guests Ed Greer and Josh Denny.
All right, should we get started?
Sure. Welcome, Ed.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Listcast.
Yeah.
How's it going? We got a first-time guest, Ed Greer.
I'm really happy to be here, buddies.
Thank you for being here. We just had Clee Wiggins on.
Yeah, my illustrious girlfriend. I hope she was charming.
Her episode was recorded first, but yours is going up first, so there will be that conflict when you get home. You'll be able to lord that over her.
One of many.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would be. You guys are both comics, right?
Yeah.
God, I feel like that would be so hard.
Well, I mean, I just
Yeah,
think the key,
I dated a comic for a while. It wasn't easy.
the key is not to compete with each other in any way.
Okay.
Like, she gets booked at different places than I do. She's doing her own thing. There's never any, I don't pressure people to book her. She doesn't pressure people to book me. So it just seems to be like, that seems to be fun.
Well, that's welcoming because every situation I've seen where it's comics dating other comics has been the opposite of that. Where it's just like, hey, man, get this girl on. She's really funny. And then you book her, and then her and the other dude start making out at the show. And you go, oh, I've been fooled.
I've been duped.
I've been duped into this.
Yeah.
You're banging this chick.
But you're both really funny. We just did a show together a couple weeks ago at Strategicon.
yeah,
good
that
times.
was good times. You killed it.
What is
Thank you, I appreciate
What is
it.
Strategicon? Is it,
It
a
was
puzzle
like a-
convention?
Yes, it was
Oh.
like a
Yeah.
board game convention at the Hilton by the airport, and
That's where that would be.
Jeff set up a Mint on
Jeff
Cards
ran
show
it.
there.
You're saying Jeff ran it?
Yeah,
Jeff put it
the
on?
entire
That
convention.
seems like something he may do.
So Ed, thank you for being here. First time guest, like I said.
Dude, you're definitely welcome. This is wonderful.
This should be a good time. We're talking about the best movie battle scenes of all time, which I guess you could say fight scenes, but I tried to include stuff that wasn't just like a one-on-one fight. I tried to make mine more battle-worthy. I think we all did. So that'll be fun. The way it works, we each go around the room and go through our picks one at a time and explain why we picked it, why we think it belongs on a list of the 5 best movie battle scenes of all time.
Mm-hmm.
By the time when we're done going through all our picks, that'll leave us with 15. Then we each take turns kicking one off the list.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be one of yours. Why would it be one of yours? Everything you picked is fire.
I'm just going to pick all my own.
Carrie Martin did that once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
God damn it, I can't even be original that way.
And after we each kick 2 off the list, that gets us down to a list of 9. And we normally have someone in the audience do the save, but we have someone in the room watching. Comic Ron Swallow.
Hey, Ron.
Do you want to do our save? Sure. After we kick everything off the list, you get to pick one that shouldn't have been kicked off the list.
Sounds great.
That'll take us back up to 10, and then we let the audience decide what the top 5 is.
Okay.
Put it out to a vote.
What it is.
What it is. So, yeah, this should be a good time. Who wants to go first? Ed, you want to go first?
Yeah.
I'll go first.
As the
All
first
right.
timer,
I'll go first. Okay. In no particular order, I have the Jackie Chan battle versus everybody in the bad guy barn in Rumble in the Bronx. I feel like that's an underrated one. A lot of people like some of the old, more Chinese stuff, but
Yeah.
it's one of his I filmed it in Toronto, fuck you movies. And it's just him beating up a bunch of Canadians. And it's really sick because he's just like, I feel like it's a good one because he's doing a lot of that classic Jackie Chan, like, I'm just barely hanging with these 15 dudes I'm fighting. It isn't
Yeah.
a Bruce Lee, I'm just ruining everybody's lives type of thing.
Right.
It's just like, hey, I'm slick. I'm barely getting out of this. Oh, shit. There's a bunch of that going on, so I love it.
Yeah. Did you see recently people were just like, whatever happened to Jackie Chan because he like disappeared? I go, he's probably taking a fucking nap.
Dude,
Yeah.
The man
Probably
does all his own
tired.
stunts into his 60s. It's insane.
Dude, when I was a kid, we were taking like a death pool, like a Jackie Chan death pool. Like, is he gonna try to jump across the street at 55 and die?
Yeah.
And
He's
he
doing
did
like parkour in his mid 50s.
right. He got smart. You know what I mean? He came over to America where we could just put a Jackie Chan face on a Jeff Dunham puppet and throw it out a window, and just
Poor Jeffrey. He's taking such a whipping in this.
Fuck
in this
Jeff
podcast.
Dunham.
Oh,
So
dude,
bad.
you know what? You know what I would love? Terry Fader, Jeff Dunham, ultimate battle royale with all the puppets. Like all the puppets are fighting, they're fighting. Somehow we do that. I think that'd be
Spoiler alert, no one wins.
The audience certainly doesn't. Okay, anyway. Okay, second on my list is...
Oh, no. We just go through one at a time.
One. Okay,
yeah,
go
sorry
ahead.
about that.
Yeah, no, of
we
course.
alternate?
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Strap in, everybody. I got a lot of Mel
Yeah.
Gibson on my list. Although, if you know me, you would be not surprised in the slightest.
Not in the least.
The first one is his with the wife in the hot tub. No, I'm kidding. One of my favorite battles. I
Blow me before the hot jacuzzi.
Yeah, you blow me before the jacuzzi.
Shout out to her for blowing a jacuzzi. Bad sentence structure, Mel Gibson. Jesus.
Yeah, God forbid any of us walk in on our old lady fucking a jacuzzi without you there.
All right, Josh, what's your first pick?
Braveheart, obviously.
Braveheart.
That was just one of the and I went through and tried to pick the battles in movies that gave me chills. And I can't remember the specific battle, but it was the one where the old man died. That was my favorite battle scene in that movie.
Oh.
Hamish's father.
Oh. I don't remember.
I
Well,
think it was
there's a
one of
big
the
guy.
last-
Yeah, there's a big guy. He
big
throws a
redheaded guy.
rock. Yeah, they have a rock throwing contest or something.
He was William Wallace's number 2, Hamish.
Oh, yeah. No, I just don't remember
yeah.
Braveheart that well.
Yeah.
I think it was Hamish Mick something.
Sure,
I'm
oh,
sure it is.
going out on a ledge there. Going out on a ledge. But that, yeah, I mean, and the thing about those battle scenes were, at the time, I think they were the most epic thing ever filmed. Like they had
Right.
real, it wasn't CG, it was like real populated battle scenes.
Yeah.
Horses.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. I just don't remember it that well. But, I know that's a thing it's known for, obviously. Oh, all right. My first pick. My first two are, not obscure movies, but they were movies that I felt like deserved a little more. I'm getting nods of approval off camera for this first pick. Kingsman, Secret Service,
Yeah.
the church scene. Holy shit.
I was
That's
pissed
ill.
off that that didn't immediately come to my mind when you spit us this concept.
Like, if we were going in order, this would probably be number one.
Gotta be.
For me. It's so great. If you've never seen it,
Choreography of it.
everything, the way it's
One
shot.
it's one take.
It's one take. It's set to Freebird by Leonard Skinner, and like not Freebird, but the guitar solo
Right.
from Freebird.
Right.
And that scene is just so great, where he's walking out of that church and he's about to leave, and the woman stops him and starts yelling, and he turns around and shoots her in the face, and all hell breaks loose. God damn it, that's a great scene.
It's a great scene, and if you should get an Academy Award for making that amazing of an action scene with Colin Firth.
Colin Firth,
Yeah,
destroying motherfuckers.
yeah, it was amazing.
And see, and that is part of. I mean, I'm glad you picked that movie because this is one of my pocket rants. But straight up, when people tell me, "Ah, man, the Batman thing. Batman can't fight fluidly and cool in movies because he's wearing all that stuff. He can't do the Jackie Chan
Right.
redemption type shit that you want him to do because he's wearing a big dumb suit." Colin Firth was wearing a fucking literal suit,
tuxedo,
a
yeah.
tuxedo, and through smooth camera work that made it look like all one shot when it
Yeah.
wasn't. Through smooth camera work and good choreography and good stunt performers selling his moves,
Yeah.
they were able to get him over as a smooth, fluid fighter when he's the guy who did the movie about the king who stutters or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's just like there's no excuse for Americans to be so shitty at action choreography most of the time when stuff like Kingsman exists.
And he stabs a motherfucker in the neck with a gun at the end.
Yeah.
That's so fucking great.
That was an incredible battle scene.
Oh,
There's
it's got
no way
great
that
moves.
there's no way that's not on the final list.
Yeah, it's
Goddamn
got
better
great
be.
moves. Yeah.
I love it. So that's our first picks. Ed, what's your second pick?
Second pick, and I was surprised that nobody picked it because to me, in the modern era, it's the best action. I mean, the best battle scene, if we're going to talk about battle scenes. And that's the opening of Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like
I
this
would have
forgotten gem.
picked that, except you picked it.
Wait, it was on
And
your...
you submitted your it was on my list before you submitted, and then I bumped it.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
Why'd you bump it?
that's because you got your list in before me, and we didn't want to double up.
Oh, right.
But that's my way of co-signing of saying that's a great
Yeah.
It's a great
Well,
pick.
I just think it's one of those things where it's like the bullets ripping through that first batch of dudes.
Yeah.
It's just like the first 3 rows of dudes are just dead. They're just dead. And just the way the camera does all the topsy-turvy jazz while to suggest that you're like a soldier going through this.
Right.
Goes underwater, comes back up. You can hear better when you're out of the water than when you're under the water. Bullets are ripping through the water. It's just fucking amazing. And you to see like, wait a minute. So Germans are shooting the shit out of us. The first 3 rows guys are dead. If we make it to these big iron crosses that barely have any cover, we can hide behind those and hope to get. It was so suicidal and hopeless that it kind of made me see the heroism of World War II dudes in a way that I couldn't process from like John Wayne movies or anything shitty like that.
Josh, what's your next pick?
Also a Mel Gibson classic, The Patriot.
Yeah.
The scene where they kill one of his kids, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody who didn't see this 22-year-old movie. But there's a scene where he comes home to the farm and one of his kids is dead, and he literally grabs a fucking hatchet and runs into the battle and just starts fucking hatcheting people. And it's one of the most amazing things. I don't think people acknowledge how goddamn good of an actor Mel Gibson is, because he has this ability to convey emotion and vulnerability in violent movie scenes that make him one of a kind.
Right.
Like, I've never seen a man like murder people and cry in a film, but it's so compelling to watch because you believe it's like real vengeance. He showed a lot of that in that Ransom movie too.
Yeah, Ransom was great.
Was awesome.
Well,
Like, some of the best. I'm watching all Mel Gibson movies tonight when I get home.
No, I mean,
This is a man who clearly needs to be celebrated.
All right. My next pick. No one's gonna like this. I don't give a fuck. No one liked this movie in general. The samurai fight from Sucker Punch.
I love Sucker Punch the movie. I don't remember this fight.
I thought it was Baby Doll's first fight scene.
Okay.
And she fights this huge, giant samurai, and it's this really intense battle. She gets to the end of it. She's won, and then another gigantic samurai shows up with a machine gun, which, why didn't the first one just tote along a machine gun and end that battle right away?
Yeah.
But I felt like
But this was all symbolism for them being molested, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And it was all, like, I feel like Sucker Punch, I know people hated the movie.
I loved it. I took a lot of shit when that movie came out because said it was one of the most visionary films to have come out in 10 years. And people were like, you suck.
Yeah, this is all I'm going to say about that. If every bullet was an ejaculation in those fantasies, then they must have been going through some kind of bukkake tsunami in that whorehouse or that dance studio or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that's not the ratio. I hope it isn't an ejaculation. Towards
Also, the girl that played Baby Doll is one of the most underrated actresses out there. She was in this other independent movie. It was like called Sleeping Beauty or something. But she played a character where these people were into this kinky sex thing where they would drug her and she would be passed out on a bed, and then they would just do stuff in the room while she was passed out.
That was
Nothing
her way of
to
being.
her,
That was her way of being a hooker,
making money or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was just the weirdest fucking movie ever. But the acting in it was incredible, and I think it was called Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, I was just looking up. I can't remember her name.
So she plays
She's
being
British.
she plays being unconscious really well. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, Emily Browning.
Emily
Sure.
Browning, yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she is. And I love all of the battle scenes in
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
It's just
was that Zack Schneider?
Yeah, it was Zack Schneider.
I mean, there's a lot of good.
I love Zack Schneider films.
Yeah, there's
period.
a lot of good action in the movie. The robot train fight is up there for me. The robots in the train fight, they're whooping those robots' ass, and it's very well choreographed. And they use the speed ramping very well in that. Like if you punch a robot, all the bolts come out of its neck and its head lolls. It's like, oh, I love that.
It's really
usage
well
of it.
thought out.
Yeah.
But I want to pick the opening battle scenes in the movie Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise.
I almost picked Edge
Dude,
of
Because
Tomorrow.
that movie
boom!
was so awesome.
That's a great pick.
And just all the different, like, all the random things that happened of, like, it was almost like this butterfly effect of he made one mistake and then he died stupid, and then he made another mistake and he died stupid again. And just their ability for that to continue to go through. And also the fact that, That movie is probably the best example of an amazing film getting shitty marketed into the gutter.
Yeah.
Because where the fuck was the feminist excitement about Emily Blunt's character in that movie, who was the shit?
She was great.
I
in that movie,
was never attracted to her until I saw that movie, and I was like, this is the hottest bitch on the planet. And I was like, she's gonna be the biggest actress in Hollywood when this movie comes out, because I saw a screening of it 6 months before it came out, and I go, this is gonna be like Best Picture. And
it's so good.
They undermarketed the fuck out of it.
Dude, they did. But yeah, that's a really good pick. I think that might be on my top 10. Bring me back on for the top 10 underrated movies of all fucking time.
Agreed.
Edge of Tomorrow
I would put that on
fucking
there.
Great.
No,
It's got everything. It's got action,
Humor?
comedy. The plot makes sense.
Groundhog Day with sci-fi action.
Yep.
Sign me up, bitch. That's the pitch.
We
Easy.
saw the screening of that movie, and literally the producers in the back were like, they literally kept telling the Nielsen people, like, there's got to be something they don't like about this movie. And we saw it without effect, like final rendered effects, and we're like, this fucking movie's epic. It's amazing. Don't change anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, they just didn't market it properly.
with
and
Tom
it was
fucking
terrible.
Cruise.
I know.
Like, what hope does any movie have of Tom Cruise movie gets shit?
And it was incredible. Like, it's just like I could not believe that movie was not the biggest movie of the year.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Those
that
guys-
was a crime. That was a crime.
Based on our feedback, that movie, those guys were like, we're gonna make $1 billion.
My third pick, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and go with the rescue scene from Tropic Thunder.
Love it.
Tropic Thunder is one of the best comedies of the 2000s. It's so fucking funny.
I'd say it's the Blazing Saddles of our time.
Yeah, yeah. And that rescue scene is so great. I especially love the part where Ben Stiller runs back for his kid. And then
the
he comes
kid's stabbing
running
him?
back over the bridge, and the
Half
kid's
squ-
stabbing him.
half
And he just throws the kid into the woods.
Yes, he chucks him.
Yeah.
He just whips him and chucks him.
Everything about that scene is so great. I love how it starts with Robert Downey Jr.
Lead farmer motherfucker.
I'm a lead farmer, motherfucker.
God.
So here's my farm. Show me where the drugs are.
Jack Black just turns on them halfway through to get heroin.
And then all the shooting starts, and it looks like there's that scene where Jack Black reaches into his underwear to pull out a gun, but it looks like he's just jerking off while everyone's fighting. It's so fucking funny.
And then there's also the scene how that opens up with the doves.
Oh yeah,
When he pulls the guns out. What movie was that spoofing?
That's like a John Woo
John
thing.
Woo.
Yeah, it was a where the doves escape as he pulls the guns out from under his robe, and
God damn it, that was a good movie.
yeah.
I watch that movie still frequently.
If that thing is on like HBO or something, if I'm in a hotel and I'm flipping through, I finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, was you thinking about Lance when you dangling the dice off your forehead when you wrote "I love the pussy"?
You more shredded than a julienne salad,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Give me that goddamn.
Got any
hat.
tips?
Yeah, tips. Because I'm trying to come up. We quote that fucking thing on, and this is my favorite thing to do to people. When somebody's boring the fuck out of me with a story I don't want to, I will literally turn to them and go, "You talking to me this whole time?" Which is he does the Jay Baruchel when they're walking through the fields and he's talking about Blu-ray versus HD DVD.
Yeah.
Dude, but my favorite part of the movie, and maybe this is cultural, but my favorite part is no matter how good Robert Downey Jr. is at being this weird faux black person, when he really gets into the intricacies of being black, he's still some just English douche. Like he goes like, "Hey man, I don't know what y'all do. I'm about to color up some greens."
Yeah.
It's fucking colored greens.
Right.
ARD. And he's just, "I'm about to color up some greens."
My favorite is he's like, "Me and Appleby camouflage in Earth Mama's natural night camo." And he's like, "One more, man. One more.
One more.
Oh, just because this song don't mean it ain't
Don't
true.
make it not true." It's one of the funnest, most fun movies to quote ever.
I fucking love it.
A man can't cry.
So yeah, that's my third pick. We are cruising along. Ed, what's your fourth pick?
All right, fourth pick. I'm gonna go straight. I really am a comic book dork through and through. So my favorite battle of the comic book movies, personally, is the airport fight from Captain America: Civil War.
Nice.
I just feel like all of the super dudes fighting, and you're right though. I'm almost wanted to rescind it because of all the freaking CGI.
Right.
But at the same time, when I look at how CGI is supposed to be used, it's supposed to be used in action scenes that go with the story of a movie.
Right.
It should not be the movie opens up and everybody's shooting Godzilla for no reason and it has no connection with the rest of the plot. That to me isn't a cool action scene.
Right.
But that scene there was so much real story going on in there, brother versus brother and all this kind of shit. And Spider-Man tripping up Giant Man and Spider-Man housing everybody very easily was beautiful to me because I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and if you read the comics, he can throw a tank, he can jump 40 feet, and he can know that you're going to attack him. You're not going to lay a glove on him mostly,
right?
If you're just any regular dude. So
yeah,
so Bucky and the Falcon getting fucking housed by him easily. He catches homeboy's robot fist, like, whoa, you've got a robot arm. That's amazing. I really felt that it was good.
Yeah,
and I felt it belongs up with a lot of other action scenes.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Josh, what do you got next?
This is my last one, right?
No, I think we each have one more. After.
Oh no! Oh, I skipped one. The scene where the Indians turn on the soldiers in Last of the Mohicans.
Fuck yeah!
That's one of my favorite. And it ends with Mohawk ripping that guy's heart out and eating it.
Yeah.
That's one of the best. That battle scene still, when I watch it, gives me chills.
Yeah. And you know what? You know how good Last of the Mohicans is? I have this rule. I don't like movies where white boys get to just download, whether like The Matrix, where they literally downloaded it, or they just kind of go kick it with some Japanese people for 5 minutes, and next thing you know, they're the last samurai. Mm-hmm. I fucking hate those movies on some weird, black guy hatred of white appropriate, whatever you want to call it.
Just a white dude getting cast in a movie,
or white dudes just getting to have all the skills. It's like Blade, right? Blade has all the advantages of being a vampire, but none of the disadvantages. I have all the advantages of being an Asian dude who knows kung fu, but then people won't make fun of my dick or make fun of my driving or anything like that. I feel like that's a big cop-out cheat.
Well, there wasn't driving in Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think
Last of the Mohicans, he was raised by the natives, and they gave him all these skills.
Yeah, they didn't try to make Daniel Day-Lewis Native American. They
No.
explained why a white guy was cast in this part, which I appreciate when they do that. I always like that more raised by wolves thing, when it's like a fish out of water thing, than when they just try to be like, this Scarlett Johansson, she's Asian. You guys.
Yeah,
she's Asian. Watch it.
There's a
she's full on Asian.
Yeah, there's some sort of, I can't put my finger on it, but the same reason why I don't shit on Daredevil, but I'll shit on Iron Fist. There's some qualitative difference between the Last of the Mohicans having this white dude who's like the best Indian. You know what I mean? There's a qualitative difference between that and Last Samurai and shit like that for me.
But also, shout out to that movie and Dances with Wolves for being two of the only movies ever to predominantly cast real Native American actors.
Yeah.
Not Latino dudes from downtown LA that they just scooped up in a big truck.
Yeah, like the bad Indian was not Danny Trejo in Last of the Mohicans, which it very well could have been,
for sure.
but it was not.
Why has this guy got a machete?
Yeah.
Did they make those yet?
Yeah, check out that sweet sombrero tattoo on his chest. That is very indicative of 1800s Native Americans. Yeah, I mean the waterfall scenes, and the thing I loved about that though too was just the way it portrayed the viciousness of that tribe of I think they were called savages in the movie. Like their tribe was Savage Mohawks or something like that, but I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it. But I tried to pick battle scenes that were like iconically traumatic to me as a kid that I watched, and I was like, I remember my hair standing up on my arm when people were killed in those movies, and that was definitely one of them.
Yeah, that's a good pick. My fourth pick is a scene from World War Z, and that is the Philadelphia scene, which it's more a battle to get out of town.
Right.
But
Is that the beginning battle?
Yeah, it's
like
the
when they're
first
all
battle.
coming and they're driving the car.
It was also America's introduction to fast-moving zombies, which I thought was the shit.
It's got one of my favorite movie scenes, at least from a zombie movie ever, which is the part where the family's just running at this point. They're out of the car, and the kid drops her toy, which is this toy like talks. And it's like some kind of alphabet or like counting toy.
Right.
And it does that countdown while the guy is turning into the zombie.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
That was
sick.
That was the best
really
part.
cool.
Like, I thought that was such a great way to show how, because that's one of the things that made that movie so different from any other zombie movie, is those zombies were athletic as fuck.
Right.
Like, they could run, and like the process to switch.
Did you ever watch the
normally-
making of that movie?
Uh-uh.
Well, I guess there's some science behind why they presume that zombies in reality would move that quick, because of the way it shuts down one part of the brain, and it's essentially only operating the motor functions of your brain. Nice. So you should have. They had some dude explain it away who was like, yeah, that's how they would move. Like if your awesome. Thinking part of your brain was dead and the mechanism part of your brain was enhanced, you would fucking run faster.
Yeah.
You'd be stronger. You'd be harder to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because there's nothing telling you
It's
can't.
like all your power going to one part of the brain.
Right. And there's nothing telling you can't. Like,
I love that scene so much. And I like when the countdown ends, the doll goes, here comes the number 12 train. The train is in the station. And that zombie just smashes into the glass.
Oh, man, it's amazing.
Oh, I love that shit.
And that was another, also right up there with Edge of Tomorrow, another super overlooked, amazing action film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really great.
Definitely.
All right. Time for our last picks. Ed, what do you got?
All right. My last pick is I know it's a little obscure for some people, but a lot of people who listen to this are probably nerds and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, totally.
Listen, I've been here 15 minutes and nobody's getting pussy out of this universe. So let me drop this one in.
This universe. Which universe are you talking about?
This Potomatic universe that is Unpops.
Basically, I think the hallway fight in Raid Redemption is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
Nice.
Multiple attackers attacking somebody, but due to the fact that it's a hallway, they cannot congregate around him to do that sort of standing around bullshit. I watched Braveheart, and I've caught it in Braveheart. I've caught it in Blade and shit like that. I've caught it in From Dusk Till Dawn. When there's too many people trying to fight too few people, there's always some motherfucker doing some Jim Cotta in the background. Like, I'm doing some capoeira. I'm getting ready to attack this guy. I can't be actively attacking him because he would lose. So I'm just going to fucking vamp in the background a little bit. I fucking hate that. And there's none of that in Raid Redemption. Go through it fucking frame by fucking frame.
Yeah.
Nobody's just kicking it, waiting for the hero to turn around.
Did you feel like Daredevil stole some of that?
I feel like
because there was a lot of that close quarters, almost drunken master. Conveniently, there's just the right amount of people for me not to die right now.
Exactly. But again, I mean, if you're going to do it, if you're going to do one guy fighting many, construct some reason why they don't have guns.
I thought Luke Cage did it beautifully, though.
Oh yeah, I think
where there was some of that close quarters fighting as well.
Well, I think they did. I think in Luke Cage is because Luke Cage can't fight.
Yeah,
he fights about as well as he acts. Yeah. So they're just like, you know.
But damn, is he pretty to look at?
Oh, that beautiful mocha chocolate skin.
Find you a smoother black man,
dude.
He's like young Morris Chestnut,
dude. Black Twitter savaged that dude for 5 seconds though. When he first came out, they're like, this motherfucker got steel hard skin, but he got razor bumps. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious. I did think that. And then I also thought, like, so he's uncircumcised. right? Clearly.
Well, I think
and that makes it twice as scary. How did Jessica Jones... That's why she hadn't come back for a second season. She's walking it off. Jesus Christ.
Trunk. So yeah, I love the hallway fight in Raid Redemption because number one, there's no dudes kicking in the background waiting to be attacked.
Right.
Number two, the choreography is just very, very fast. Like, it's very fast. It seems almost the speed of life. And nobody does it. You know, it's fighting scenes where somebody do that weird stab towards your knees so that you can jump. Yeah. And stab towards your head so you can duck. There's none of that. And dudes are coming at him
like they're
multiple...
real intentional combat attacks.
Right. And then he's intentionally blocking it. And I just feel like the viciousness of it.
That's what I hated about sword fighting in movies up until like 2010.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Was it was just like, Jesus Christ, these motherfuckers are... And it's like that's clearly thrown to be deflected by another sword.
Exactly. And I felt like there isn't any of that in Raid Redemption. And they do use CGI to make it to where, like, if the door jam breaks and there's a big jagged piece of door, you can slice somebody's fucking throat on that piece of door and a piece of CGI blood will pop out.
Yeah.
So that you can fucking reassemble the door real quick and do another shot.
Yeah.
Instead of cleaning it for 5 hours. So I just love it for that. And I left off a John Wick movie or two because I felt like Raid just did that even better.
Yeah. Josh, what's your last pick?
I wanted to go really unique with this one. The cannon fight scene in Master and Commander. Where the ships are firing cannonballs into each other.
Cannonballs are ill.
I mean, not that I would have any idea what that looks like realistically. It felt super realistic. And I love that. And I also, there are not a lot of like that era warship movies. So I thought it was unique to have sort of that colonial ship fight in a film.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. That's a good
I
pick.
like that.
Like busting through the wood. And
Yeah,
they're
it
still
was-
kind of hot.
and then like they're taking on water, and
Yeah.
guys can't roll them out, and then also too like the fact that they would literally just pick up the cannonball that just fucked up their ship and put it in their own cannons.
right.
I was just like, damn,
yeah.
this is hardcore, and the amount of damage and devastation that it, like one shot would do.
Well, just the fact that the projectiles were that, so they might as well have had catapults.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But and also too that it just wasn't like there weren't these sort of lazy fiery explosions that they just like
Yeah. Yeah, I just
crumpled the wood and the ship starts to sink, and then that they have a team of guys trying to patch holes while
Well,
they're
dude,
firing back.
All right. That's a good pick. My last pick. This is probably cheating because it's such a new movie and people love it so much.
I haven't seen it yet, but
You haven't seen it? No. This is why I wanted to do this episode. Wonder Woman crossing no man's land. That was such an intense scene.
It's fucking hardcore.
Like I got a little fucking misty-eyed watching that. Like that was emotional as fuck.
a little verklempt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that way watching Batman versus Superman, but everybody thought I was.
Because you paid money to watch it.
No, I love. First of all, you don't know what I pay. Second of all, I love that movie, and people think I'm insane for loving it.
Now I kind of want to go back and watch it.
You
because
should-
of
you
Wonder
should
Woman.
watch
Well,
it.
Wonder Woman is pretty sick.
And
in
by
it.
the way, all the Wonder Woman scenes when she shows up to fight, like I
Yeah.
got chills in the theater.
It's fucking hardcore.
Which is why I'm psyched to see Wonder Woman.
yeah, Wonder
It's
Woman is
so
like that.
fucking-
Just mate.
Yep.
For the
Yep.
betterment of the species.
Yep.
So yeah, Wonder Woman. I mean, I don't want to give too much of the scene away because it's such a new movie. But when you see it, you will be fired
I'll
up.
be impressed.
It's-
Yeah, she shows that she is a real superhero. You know.
I'm gonna go see it
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
see it tonight.
like just
It's
imagine
fucking right.
Saving Private Ryan, like PG Saving Private Ryan with Wonder Woman running around smacking fools. You kind of
Yeah,
got
it's-
it.
Yeah.
Fucking
And I
amazing.
did love the casting of Chris Pine. I don't know how. I know because of Star Trek,
He
maybe he's
kinda
got
kills
some,
it.
He's got some
Yeah, he's great
non-competes,
in
but
that.
I was like, how the fuck is this guy not in a superhero movie?
Yeah.
So it's good to see him finally.
Yeah, he's really good.
He
in that.
kind of kills. He's kind of the heart of the movie, which is a good thing because usually the woman is the heart of the movie, the one that like has all the emotions and shit.
Yeah.
He's still a man, but he's got all the emotions
Right.
that make it work.
Yeah, such a good movie. All right, we got to start kicking stuff off the list now.
so hard because I have so much respect for all of
Yeah,
these.
this is going to be really hard. Who wants to kick the first thing off? Ed.
I kicked off the whole thing.
No, you got to start eliminating one.
We have to.
I know.
Well, I can go. Should we go in reverse order?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
should go in reverse order for kicking off.
Oh man. Yeah, this is not.
I mean, I would just go
easy.
through right off the bat, and I'd say I would kick off the things that more people haven't seen.
Yeah,
Because it's hard
yeah.
to say it's one of the greatest of all time if it's too new or if it's too obscure.
I'm gonna kick the Patriot off just because Mel Gibson's represented enough on the list, and Braveheart's the better of the two. So that's my first cut.
I would kick off Wonder Woman just because it's too new.
You fucking piece of shit.
I'm
Ed,
just saying it's too new. You can't say it's one of the
and
greatest
I
battles of all
just
time.
said you fucking piece of shit.
I haven't even seen it yet, so I can't speak.
Ed, what do you want to kick off?
I mean, honestly, I know you guys love it, but I want to kick off Tropic Thunder just because it doesn't have the gravitas as far as action
Okay.
of the other scenes.
This hurts.
This is actually going to go very quickly.
Yeah, this all hurts. I'm gonna do Rumble in the Bronx
I agree with that.
because
We've got some hardcore shit on here that's more hardcore than that.
and it's
or-
yeah. I feel like it's one no one's gonna know. All right, Josh.
Can I kick off my own?
You can, yeah, you can. if
I'm
you
going to
want.
kick off Master and Commander because even though that's cool, it's such a small part of the movie.
All right, Ed. What's the last thing you're kicking off the list?
With this list right here, I kind of want to kick off Sucker Punch. I kind of do. Because it doesn't matter.
Breaking my heart, man.
It just doesn't matter. I mean, when I really look at the action scene, it doesn't matter. The movie goes on for like 3 hours, seemingly, after that.
That is true. There are really no stakes in
Yeah.
the film to that battle. Although you could say the same thing about the opening battle in Saving Private Ryan as well.
But
Yeah.
it sets up the fact that they're at war, man. That they could always die the whole rest of the movie.
Because the opening of the
man.
movie is Normandy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the characters survived Normandy. Yeah, honestly, I'm not going to fight for that right now.
All right, Ron.
Yeah.
What are you saving?
It's a toss up between Wonder Woman and Jackie Chan. Because I love Jackie Chan. And I saw that in the theater and people literally cheered.
Well, if we're just gonna go off which one gets your dick harder, I gotta go Jackie Chan.
I mean, all that jumping around, how could I not get hard?
Oh, I'm so sorry. That does it for me.
Giving anything away, I'm going to have to go with Wonder Woman.
Woo!
Because Wonder Woman, she's doing that despite what everybody's telling her to do. She goes and does it anyways because she knows it's the right thing to do.
And it shows
Yeah.
she's a real hero.
Shows she's a real hero. That's
And notice Adam slots it at the top.
Wonder Woman got the
because
save.
if it goes in the poll and it's in the top position, its percentage of winning is much higher in likelihood.
That's not true.
No,
No. All right, so we're gonna put the poll.
that's not why it's called the pole position, right? Is that what you're saying?
We're going to put up the poll on our Facebook Live page. I'm going to do that now. All right, here we go. We're going to refresh, and then we will announce the top 5. Number 5, Captain America, Civil War, the airport battle. Good choice. Number 4, Edge of Tomorrow, the opening battle. Fuck yes, Edge of Tomorrow is so great. Number 3, Wonder Woman, Crossing No Man's Land. Amen to that. Saving Private Ryan, number 2, the opening
number 2,
opening battle, and number 1, Kingsman, Secret Service, the church scene. Good choice, America. God damn it, I love that scene so much. So yeah, that's our. Did anything not get votes? I'm always interested. World War Z, no votes.
Last of the Mohicans is probably just too old.
Yeah, it's like
But go watch that movie. Those fight scenes will give you chills.
That World War Z scene is pretty great. It's fine.
well,
though.
Heat
You don't have to
got
vote
its
for it.
nice niche 4 votes from like graying men. So I'm fine with that.
All right, this was a lot of fun. I like.
Yeah.
We should. We'll
good
probably
one.
do this topic again at some point because there's so much.
There's a lot. I
lot
mean,
to choose from. So, yeah, this was. Do we have anything to plug before we get out of here?
No, just Darkest Hour tomorrow night.
Yeah.
West Side Comedy Theater.
Yeah,
Oh,
or tonight,
yeah.
depending on when you're listening to this.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Friday, June tomorrow.
Yeah. Friday, June 9th, 11:30
tomorrow.
p.m.
Yeah.
West Side Comedy Theater, Santa Monica. We do that show every month, second Friday of every month. So,
Or so we hope.
yeah, hopefully we still do that. Ed, do you have anything to plug?
basically, just Ed Greer Destroys on all social media. And can I plug another podcast?
Of course.
Okay, we just started. We're gonna put up episodes probably in a couple weeks, so maybe some of you people will see this. But it's called Nerd Goat, and we just kind of do kind of like this format, but just greatest your favorite comic book or fiction characters of all time, and we kind of go into a little bit depth of why you like them. It's one
Yeah.
guest and us going over like why do you like them? Who's your nerd greatest of all time?
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be on the Comic-Con HQ network. So
Oh,
be
nice.
looking for that.
That's awesome. Subscribe to the rest of our podcasts on Patreon if you want to hear. We do 10 episodes a week. It's 12.5 cents an episode, you cheap fucks. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Great value.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So,
Also, earlier in the broadcast, someone said it might be too much content.
Well, I
someone
mean-
not in the room, someone online, not myself.
well, like it's a network, so like you don't have to listen to every episode.
yeah,
It's just that they're all so good. That's the problem.
it is.
That's
that-
why
that's
it
a
seems
person
like too
very
much.
much
That's a
is.
person. They're confessing to their addiction to your content by saying there's too much.
Fine by me. We appreciate it.
And watch Ginormous Food Friday
Ginormous
nights
Food.
at 8/7 Central.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. Ed, say goodbye.
Bye.
Josh, say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. We love you. Wave goodbye to the camera.